Hello and welcome back, my dear viewers. I'm Balaji. Hope you all are great. If you are new to this channel, you are also most welcome. My dear viewers, in this short video, I am going to share with you a few important tips about how to improve your English, how to improve your vocabulary. Yes, I hope you would definitely find this video interesting. So, you must have heard about four letters. When it comes to learn any language, these four letters are there and they are LSRW. Have you heard the words? What are the four letters? LSRW. They are the four skills of any language. When you want to learn any language, for example, English, French, German, take any language, these four letters are there and you have to go through these four letters. The L stands for listening, S stands for speaking, R stands for reading, and W stands for writing. So writing is the last stage. And what is the first stage? The first stage to acquire any language, to learn any language, is listening. Understood? If you want to become a good speaker, first you have to be a good listener. Until and unless you are a good listener, you cannot become a good speaker. So you have to be a very careful listener. Understood? So listen to the people carefully. Pay attention to their words, to their vocabulary, to their pitch, to their tone, the rhythm. Yes? Then only you will start speaking like them. Then only the chances of becoming a successful speaker are high. Okay, so what is the first step? The first step is listening. Listen to the people intently, very carefully, with concentration, with interest. Okay, and now let us discuss the second stage, that is speaking. Whatever you listen to people, start practicing, start speaking, start mimicking them, start talking like them. Even if you are not so good as they are, at least start doing that. Okay, and slowly you will get confidence and you will no longer feel scared of your mistakes or the comments passed by others on your skill of speaking, on your mistakes. Okay, so now the third stage. What is the third stage? The third stage is of reading. Okay, reading is a kind of communication with books. Okay, it is a passive communication. When we read, we don't just read, but we are communicating with books, with the author of the book or with the writer of the book. When we read any story, okay, we are not just reading, but we are talking, we are communicating, we are speaking, we are sharing. Okay, sharing with whom? With the book. Okay, with the author of the book. So reading is also important. And what comes last stage? The last stage is writing. Writing, if you can write grammatically correct, if you can write on any topic, forget about the content. In language subject, what matters more? In language subject, what you said matters less, but how you say matters more. Understood? Yes, your presentation matters more than what you say. How you say is more important than what you say. So always remember this point. Okay, in language subject, your presentation is more important than your content. That is, in other words, how you say, how you present yourself, your language, your words, your vocabulary, your sentences, your beginning of sentences, right? All these things are more important than what you say or what you said in your essay, in your story. Okay, so always pay attention to presentation. Always put the presentation above content. Okay, so these are very important skills. What are these four skills? Listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Okay, this is number one tip. Then next tip, that is read stories. if you are weak in English, if you want to enrich your language, your English language, your vocabulary, every day read at least one story, not a long story, but any short story. You read any short story, and while reading, remember to have a pen in your hand, okay? And whenever you read and whenever you encounter any new word, please don't forget to underline that word, okay? Underline that word and know the meaning of that word, and then only you proceed, okay? Without knowing the meaning of new words, don't read, okay? That is not going to be beneficial for you. Yes, first you know the meaning and then only you go ahead, okay? So every day read any short story, one short story, with a pencil in your hand to underline the new words, okay? And always learn the new words in context. Don't learn new words without context. Yes, when you come across any new word in context, that remains in your mind for a long time. And when you learn new words without context, the possibility is that they may vanish from your mind quickly. So always learn new words in context, okay? Tip number 3, that is next tip number is think only in English. Always think in English, don't translate. Suppose you might be a Marathi speaker, Hindi speaker, or any language speaker. So generally, usually what we do, we first make the sentence in our own language and then translate it into English. So stop this habit. Don't do like that. Start thinking only in English. No matter if you make mistakes, okay? It doesn't matter if you make mistake, but start doing that. Always think only in English. Tip number next, that is learn words in context. That I already told you. Always learn new words in context. Don't read new words. Don't learn new words without context. Practice it daily in monologue. The next tip is what? You might ask me, sir, I don't have friends, I don't have people who can speak in English, then how can I practice, how can I talk in English with them? In that case, you do one thing, you start your own monologues, right? When you wake up in the morning, you start thinking in English, and whatever you plan in the day, you plan that only using English language. For example, today I am going to do this, I will do this, I will do that, I will go to the office, I will go to the school, I will go to college, I will go to university, then I will do that, after that I will do this, that. Like that you start thinking in English, you plan everything in English, okay? So practice is very important. If you want to become a perfect speaker, a very good speaker, not just a speaker, for perfection practices in any field, for perfection practice is necessary, okay? Next step is watch and listen to English stuff. It could be in the form of newspaper news, it could be in the form of movies, right? So every day you must spend some time on watching or listening some stuff, some information in English. Understood? Yes. Listening is very important, as I told you. Yes, it could be English news, movies, subtitles, or comic, or any cartoon. Yes, you can watch that and enrich yourself and enrich your language. Okay, that is very important. The next tip is read English newspapers daily. What is the next tip? Every day read newspaper, at least headlines in the newspaper. Spend some time, at least an hour daily on reading newspaper, okay, because newspaper contains a variety of vocabulary, a variety of words from different fields, okay, and that is going to make you strong in vocabulary, okay. That will definitely make your vocabulary strong, right? So every day you spend some time on reading newspaper. That is also very important to develop your vocabulary, to improve your vocabulary, to improve your language, okay. Again, newspaper contains many news phrases, new sentence structures, new words, okay. So that is going to be a great help to improve your English, okay. Now next point or next tip is note down new words while reading newspaper. When you come across any new words, say for example harrowing experience, right? So if you don't know the meaning of this word harrowing, you underline and you know its meaning. You look up that word in dictionary, know its meaning, and know the meanings of new words only in English. Don't use translation dictionary, okay, translated dictionary. Use only English language, because when you look up any particular word in dictionary, the explanation is given in a simplified language. That also helps you improve your vocabulary, okay. Understood? I hope you understood. Now the next tip is surround yourself with English speakers, English speaking people. As much as possible, try your level best to communicate only in English with your friends, with your colleagues, with your family members, wherever and whenever it is possible. And if this is not possible at all, then you start monologue. Then you start your own monologues, as I told you before this, okay. You start speaking to yourself, start imaginary conversations, imaginary dialogues in your mind, right? Things happen first in mind, okay. Action follows thought doesn't follow action. You must be knowing this, okay. So you start thinking in your mind, and definitely you will succeed. I guarantee you that definitely you will see a sea change in your communication skill, in your vocabulary, in your confidence. So please start working on that right away. Thank you for watching this video to the end. See you soon in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.